Hello there and welcome to another tier series race. This week we're back with the Bullet GT, and as you can see from my qualifying lap, which is what you're watching at the minute, this week it's raining. As always with these tier series races, the goal is to try and secure promotion for the following week, and so in order to do that we need to finish in the top half of the field, and just to try and make that a little bit easier for ourselves, to make the race a little bit easier, we've got this qualifying session here, so we're going to try and finish as high up in qualifying as we can, and that means that we'll start further up in the race. Now, going into this race, I was actually eagerly anticipating it, and that's pretty much entirely because of the rain. And the reason that I was looking forward to the fact that it was raining so much is because rain basically creates opportunities. It makes the track more slippery, it makes it more difficult for people to control the cars, and so knowing that I've kind of got a 45-minute-ish race ahead of me, that's a long time that people are going to have to sort of, try and avoid crashing essentially in the rain. So I know that this rain can create opportunities, and so even though the Bullet is not a particularly quick car, it's the second slowest car in the race behind the Dominator, only quicker than the Dominator. I know that this rain has the potential to create some opportunities, so I'm really looking forward to it. So here we are on the starting grid, we're just waiting for the lights to go out. As you can see, I qualified in 13th position, so I was just behind that halfway point, so if I am going to try and promote, I'm going to need to move forwards in the race. Okay, so after that mayhem that's happened right in front of us, we actually managed to get straight through that without having any issues, which was quite unexpected, but I'll definitely take it. And after all of that, we're up in 9th position. Now, realistically, I know that holding on to this 9th position is basically going to be an impossible task. I know that there's quite a lot of quicker drivers and cars behind me. They're obviously only behind me because they've just had that sort of collision in front of me. And so my goal now is just to try and hang on for as long as I can to as many of those positions as I can, and just see where I manage to finish at the end of the race. So here I've found myself caught up in a bit of a battle with two of the LGs that were in front of me, and I know that this battling is just, all it's doing is costing me time, so I'm really just trying my best not to fight these cars ahead too much. I'm just trying to drive my own race and try and avoid losing as little time as I possibly can, because I know that for me in the Bullet, my only chance of promotion really is just to get to that finish line as quickly as possible and try and avoid getting stuck in battles with people. Okay, so that little crash obviously isn't going to help things, but we're just going to keep our head down and keep focusing on moving forwards. So here we are about to come in for our first pit stop, and as you can see in the top left on the lap counter, we're on the 8th lap, but that means that we've only completed 7 laps. And with 24 laps of the race to complete, that means at this point I'm relatively certain that although we only have 2 mandatory pit stops to make, I'm reasonably certain that actually this is probably going to be a 3-stop race, so I'm going to take a full fuel load. So yeah, that was a really annoying little crash. Just caught the inside of that hay bale, and even though it was just a very small little hit, it had obviously quite disastrous consequences because of pretty much how high speed that corner is. So yeah, that's cost us quite a bit of time, but it's also cost us a position as well. So now we've got to try and, if possible, regain the position and hope that the time loss wasn't too significant. So at this point I've been following Bo Janster for around a lap, and I'm pretty sure I've got a little bit more pace at this point, so if any opportunities do present themselves, I'm going to try my best to try and take them. And there we go, a decisive move, but it was one that needed to be made, because as I said, I did feel that I had a little bit more pace, and so now we need to, as always, just get our head down and focus on moving forwards. It's time to make our second pit stop, and once again it's going to be another full fuel load. So it's time to make our third and final pit stop, and as you can see from the amount of fuel that I've got left, I've actually elected to come in slightly early this time, and that's because I had a few cars quite close behind me, and I really just wanted to avoid getting into any battles and just anything that could anything that could potentially cost me a bit of time. So we've come out of the pits there behind Alex, but we're actually a pit stop ahead of him, so we're not actually racing for position. But we've also come out in and amongst some traffic that's trying to lap us as well because they're in quicker cars. So it's a bit of a dicey situation, but we're just going to try and get through it. So as we pass the pit lane for the second to last time in this race, we are overtaking Bo Janster, who's in for his final pit stop, and that puts us in 11th position. And that means that we're only one position away from potential promotion, so we just need to try and gain one position from somewhere, somehow. If you didn't see what just happened there, basically one of the cars in front of us, Jamie, they ended up DNFing from the race. I'm not exactly sure why, but I'm not going to complain about it because it gives us that position that we need. And so now all we need to do is bring the car home to the end of the race, and we will have secured promotion because we are in that 10th position, that final promotion spot. And there we have it, promotion secured in the Bullet, which, as you could probably tell from the spamming of the clown horn, I was pretty happy about it. So yeah, that was a hard fought race. Obviously I made a mistake of my own, but we also capitalized on other people's mistakes as well at various points in the race. So yeah, like I said, a hard fought race. But very happy to come away with it with promotion, sorry. And yeah, so next time I'll be in the Dominator. So hopefully I'll see you next time. Cheers.